If you're over 65 and your back has become a daily companion you never asked for, aching when you stand too long, complaining when you bend, stiff when you rise from a chair, I want you to understand something. Back pain at our age is not just one thing, and it's certainly not just old age. There are specific hidden causes behind it, and knowing which one is yours is the first real step toward relief. Most people lump all back pain together and assume nothing can be done. But the truth is, the lower back changes in several distinct ways as we age, and each change feels a little different and calls for a different approach. Understanding the hidden causes is how you stop guessing and start helping yourself. Here at Build After 50, we went through the research on back pain and aging, and today I'm going to walk you through the hidden causes of back pain after 65, how to tell them apart by how they feel, and the warning signs that mean you should see a doctor without delay. And stay with me until the end, because I'll share one oddly specific clue, a certain situation where leaning forward suddenly makes your back feel better, that points to a very particular cause most people have never heard of. Let me give you the picture first. Think of your spine as a tall, flexible tower made of small blocks, your vertebrae, stacked one on top of another. Between each block sits a soft cushion, a disc that absorbs shock and lets you bend. Running down the center of the whole tower is a protected channel carrying the main nerve highway, your spinal cord, and the nerves branching off it. And holding the entire tower upright is a corset of muscles. For your back to feel good, the cushions need to stay plump, the blocks and their small joints need to glide, the nerve channel needs to stay open, and the muscle corset needs to stay strong. Back pain comes when one of those four things changes. So let's go through the hidden causes, one at a time. Real quick, if this is making sense, tap that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more adults over 65 living with this every day. And as you watch, pay attention to which description matches how your back actually feels. All right, let's get into it. The first hidden cause is in those cushions, the discs. We'll call it the deflating cushions. Over the years, the discs between your vertebrae naturally lose some of their water and height, so they flatten and cushion less. In plain terms, the shock absorbers slowly go flat. This is an extremely common part of aging, and it's why we often lose a little height and feel less padded in the back. The clue is a general stiffness and ache that's often worse with prolonged sitting or bending and tends to ease when you change position. Now, the second hidden cause is in the small joints of the spine, and it's a form of arthritis. We'll call it the worn hinges. Just like your knees, the little joints that link your vertebrae can develop wear and arthritis, becoming stiff and sore. In plain terms, the spine's tiny hinges get creaky. The clue here is pain and stiffness that's often worst in the morning or after rest, eases a bit with movement, and may flare when you bend backward or twist. Stay with me, because the third cause is the one I hinted at, and it has that strange, telltale clue. It's called spinal stenosis. We'll call it the narrowing tunnel. As the spine ages, that central channel carrying the nerves can narrow, sometimes pinching the nerves inside. In plain terms, the nerve tunnel gets tighter and the nerves get crowded. Here's the oddly specific clue I promised. With stenosis, standing and walking often make the pain or leg symptoms worse, while leaning forward, sitting, or pushing a shopping cart brings relief, because bending forward opens that tunnel back up. If you've noticed you feel better hunched over a cart at the grocery store, that's a classic sign worth telling your doctor about. The fourth cause is about support, and it's one of the most fixable. We'll call it the weak corset. The muscles of your core and back are the corset that holds your spine upright and takes strain off it. When they weaken with age and inactivity, and when posture slumps, the spine bears more load directly. In plain terms, when the support corset gets weak, the tower has to hold itself up the hard way. The wonderful news is that this is highly improvable. Gentle core and back strengthening, guided by a professional, is one of the most effective things for many kinds of back pain. And the fifth cause connects back to our last video, and that's weakened bones. We'll call it the collapsed block. If the bones of the spine have thinned with osteoporosis, A vertebra can develop a small compression fracture, sometimes from something as minor as a cough or a lift. In plain terms, a fragile block in the tower can quietly give way. The clue is back pain that comes on suddenly, especially sharp pain triggered by a small movement in someone at risk for weak bones. This one is worth prompt medical attention because it points to bone health too. So let's bring it together. Back pain after 65 can come from deflating disc cushions, worn arthritic hinges, the narrowing tunnel of stenosis, a weak muscular corset, or a collapsed block from thinning bone. Each one feels a little different, and that's your guide to what's going on. Now, here are the warning signs that mean don't wait. See a doctor promptly. Back pain along with new numbness, tingling, or weakness in your legs. Pain that radiates down a leg. Back pain after a fall or injury. Sudden severe pain. Pain with fever or unexplained weight loss. And most urgent of all, any loss of control over your bladder or bowels, or numbness in the area you'd sit on, which requires emergency care right away. Those are uncommon, but you deserve to know them because catching them early matters enormously. For the everyday mechanical back pain, the habits that help most are reassuringly simple. Keep moving, because too much bed rest actually tends to make back pain worse. Work on gentle strength and posture, ideally with a physical therapist's guidance. Be mindful of how you lift, bending the knees and keeping things close. And maintain a healthy weight to lighten the load on the tower. Simple and consistent, every time. Now I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, when is your back at its worst? When you stand and walk? When you sit? First thing in the morning? Or when you bend? And does leaning forward ever bring relief? Be honest, because those details are real clues, and your answer might help someone else reading understand their own back. We read every comment here at Build After 50, and your answers often become our next videos. And before you go, if this helped, the next video you should watch is right here. It's our breakdown of the 5 silent signs your bones may be getting weaker, which connects directly to that last cause we covered. It's a natural next step. If you're new here, Build After 50 publishes new research-based health videos every week, made specifically for adults over 50 who want to stay strong, mobile, and independent for the long run. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so the next one finds you. And one important thing before we close. Everything we share here at Build After 50 is for educational purposes only. It's grounded in research, but it is not a substitute for personalized medical advice. Back pain has many causes, some simple and some not, and only a doctor can properly diagnose yours. So before you start any new activity, and especially if you notice any of the warning signs we discussed, please talk to your doctor or seek care. They know your situation better than any video ever could. Here's the thought I'll leave you with. Your back has carried the weight of your whole life, every load you've lifted, every mile you've walked. Understanding it and caring for it wisely is how you keep standing tall through the years still to come. Take care of your body, take care of your mind, and we'll see you in the next one. This is Build After 50. Keep building.